A.J. the Right Rev Rhino Watkins, pastor of Simonton Genesis Ministries Incorporated, where the mantra is revelation, reconciliation, and restoration. Are you ready for a word from God that will give you direction? Are you ready to renew your mind and receive biblical answers to your secular problems? Are you ready, willing, and able to make a change for the better in your life? If you are, then listen to the Right Rev Rhino Show for mind-renewing, empowering, encouraging, and enriching biblical messages that will give you direction in making that change. The Right Rev Rhino takes everyday situations and puts biblical support to them. A gifted pastor and teacher, he has the ability to have your mind seeking more and more knowledge about God. A.J. the Right Rev Rhino Watkins, Thursdays at noon at www.spreaker.com/user/Right Rev Rhino. Get it? Got it? Good. God bless the Right Rev Rhino.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, predicated on where you are in the world today. Welcome to the ride, y'all. It is Thursday, just a week before Thanksgiving here in America. Yes, indeed. I don't know if you celebrate it around the planet, but here in America, it's a week before Thanksgiving, where everybody puts on the pounds and packs on the weight. Well, it is also the time of season where people think and reflect. They are supposed to be giving thanks and thinking about something, but no, I'm not coming with a Thanksgiving message. That's not my style. There's plenty of ministers and pastors and preachers all around the planet that will do that for you. I, the Right Reverend Rhino, A.J. Watkins, do not do that kind of thing. That's not my style. I'm not a traditional minister, never have been and never will be. So with that being said, we want to first of all thank all of you who are listening. We have been blessed. We are north of 1,500 followers. 1,500 of you guys around the planet are listening in to little old me and what God, the mighty God, has to say to you through little old me. And I more than appreciate you. And you can email us at pastorajwat@hotmail.com. If you have any biblical questions or anything of that nature, if you just want some answers, if you may want to share some scripture or some knowledge or something like that, you want some knowledge or you want some answers to some questions that might be difficult for you to answer biblically, feel free to email us. You can also call the ministry hotline at 702-560-4639. 4291. Leave the message in the voicemail box and we'll get back to you. Once again, you can email us. Email us at pastorajwat@hotmail.com. That's right, I stuck with Microsoft. And today, because of the type of things that we're going to be dealing with, I want to talk to you real quick about things. You know, many of us have dreams, hopes, and aspirations, goals that we have set for ourselves. And we really want to reach those goals. However, we have people who are haters, negative sayers and naysayers that will come in, and from time to time, they will try to, if you will, for lack of a better word, try to steal your dream from you. And you can't keep it. So let's look at this. We're going to talk today from many different passages of Scripture. So I'm going to take my time and lay out the Scriptures for you. However, I will not be reading them, as I never do on this, as you well know. The first Scripture comes from Genesis chapter 37 and verse 6. The second Scripture comes from 1 Kings 3 and 5. The third Scripture comes from Daniel 4 and 5. We go to the New Testament with Matthew 1 and 20. And then Mark chapter 5, verses 22 through 24 and 35 through 39. Once again, let me read them back to you guys. Genesis 37 and 6. 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 5. Daniel 4 and 5. Matthew 1 and 20. And last and definitely not least, St. Mark, the book right behind Matthew, chapter 5, verse 22 through 24, 35 through 39. And I want to talk to you this morning from the subject. It's morning here, maybe evening where you are, afternoon. I'll talk to you this morning from the subject, Dreamkeeper. Dreamkeeper. That's what I want to talk to you from. Dreamkeeper. As I look around this old world and study various subject matter, and I study a lot of it, you guys, I realize that all creatures at one time or another go to sleep and rest for a short period of time. However, I have realized that mankind is the only creature of God that must sleep at some point, or the body and mind will begin to break down, subsequently causing us to collapse and faint. During sleep, the mind often seems to contain a stage on which unfolds a story or sequence of events. These episodes are what are most commonly called dreams. They are illusions or hallucinations of real life experiences. What type of reality they express is difficult to decipher. What dreams signify have puzzled mankind for thousands of years. In the ancient world, dreams were often considered prophetic. In Homer's Iliad, there is a passage that's in there that contains in which there's a king in that passage in Homer's Iliad. His name is King Agamemnon. And King Agamemnon is visited in a dream by a messenger of Zeus to prescribe the king's future actions. The Old Testament is filled with the accounts of prophetic dreams in the Bible, the most famous of which is of the account of Joseph. In some cultures, dreams are considered a reflection of reality, a means to convey that truth about one's life that cannot be seen in day-to-day living. Dreams have also been viewed as nothing more than extensions of the waking state, a carryover into sleep of what a person has thought about or experienced while they were awake. One of the best-known modern theories of dreams was set forth by Sigmund Freud in his book, The Interpretation of Dreams. I told you I read a lot, y'all. And in his book, The Interpretation of Dreams, which was published in 1899, he asserted that the feelings and wishes that are repressed in wakeful thought, particularly those associated with romance and hostility, are released in dreams. However, all of the conflicting notions about dreams lead to no definite conclusions. It is perhaps best to agree with the French writer Michel de Montaigne that dreams are the true interpreters of our inclinations, but art is required to sort them out. In essence, what he's saying is what you dream about is what you really are, but you have to have a style. You have to have a unique persona in order to make that dream a reality. Now, let's view sleep in its ties to dreams. Although people know from experience what sleep is, it has been difficult to define scientifically, listen to me trying to talk crazy, scientifically, because it's so complex. Outwardly, sleep resembles coma and hibernation, but it is much easier to awaken a person from sleep than it is to arouse a person from a coma or to awaken an animal from its hibernation. In normal human sleep, the eyelids are usually closed, the muscles are relaxed, and the person is usually lying down. It appears that all higher vertebrates, animals with backbones, sleep, but other animals also have periods during which they are less active and less responsive. These periods may or may not be known as sleep. Scientists are uncertain about the purpose of sleep. One theory holds that among those animals that maintain a constant body temperature, sleep is a way to conserve energy because the body uses less energy when asleep than when it is awake. Another theory maintains that sleep allows the body and mind to recuperate from the day's stress and activity. In his book, The Function of Sleep, Dr. Ernest L. Hartman describes two different kinds of sleep. He describes paradoxical and orthodox sleep. Elsewhere, they are referred to as REM and non-REM, or desynchronized sleep or synchronized sleep. Studies of sleeping subjects in which the electrical activity of the subject's brains was monitored by an electroencephalogram, which is an EEG, have shown that sleep periods are made up of more things than just time and wasted energy. It shows that sleep periods are made up of two types of sleep, which were previously mentioned. During paradoxical sleep, the sleeper's eyes move back and forth rapidly beneath the closed eyelids. It's more closely related to wakefulness. There is considerable physiological activity, body moving and twitching. That's when you're flipping and flopping, tossing and turning, and making everybody else in the bed mad. You know, you make your partner mad. They trying to sleep. You over there kicking and flopping. So you get twin beds, and you sleep in different beds, and they don't care what you do when you get on your side, and they on their side. Orthodox sleep is of a different quality. It consists of 4 stages that are measurable by an EEG. Stage 1 is a kind of twilight between wakefulness and sleep. That's when you go and fishing, your head bobbing up and down, and you start to drool, or you're sitting there on the couch and you drop your head between the locks of your shoulders and you snore loud enough to wake yourself up. That type of sleep. That's that first part. Then, as the pulse and the respiration become more even and the muscles relax, in stage 2, breathing and heart rate slow. As stage 3 is reached, breathing and heart rate continue to slow, and blood pressure and body temperature fall. Stage 4 begins the deepest sleep. The muscles are completely relaxed, and the sleeper will move very little at that time. And is awakened only with great difficulty. That's that kind of sleep when you lay your head on your pillow and your mouth is open, and you like a dead fish with your mouth open. The fish has been laying out of water and on the land. And then that drool leaves out, and you got that nice drool down the side of your face and all that kind of stuff. And then you breathe into your pillow, and as you breathe into your pillow, you kick yourself in the face with your breath, and you be like, "Oh, good God, I got to get up from here." That kind of sleep is what we're talking about right there. Sleepwalking and talking occur primarily in this area, in orthodox sleep. And it is now known that dreams also occur in orthodox sleep. As we awaken, the stages are worked backwards, subsequently allowing us to hear the alarm clock in the morning time. It has been found, though, that paradoxical sleep time tends to lengthen as the night progresses, averaging 20 to 25% of your sleep time. However, dreaming itself seems to be associated with a hormone called norepinephrine or non-adrenaline. The order and length of dreaming and non-dreaming periods during sleep appear to be regular, and there seems to be association between these patterns and the emotional state of the individual before going to sleep. I stopped by to let you know today for a short period of time and tell you that there are dream stealers out there that do not want to see you succeed simply because they have not found the ability to motivate themselves and work toward their own dreams. Dream stealers are the ones that have a negative outlook on everything and everyone, including you. They do not want to succeed, and they attempt to pull you down with them. The dream stealers are the ones that attempt to put your program on hold. The dream stealers are the ones that attempt to turn your dream into a nightmare. The dream stealers are the ones that will watch and wait to see if you are going to succeed. And when you do succeed, they are the first ones to say, "Oh, I knew you could do it. Didn't he do it?" Knowing that they're trying to find a way to sabotage your success. If you have faith in God, and all your dreams can and will come true if you put work into it so that they can. I can guarantee that they will. I have experienced such a feeling. Let me tell you about faith in God and the dreams of some of my biblical friends. First of all, the dream stealers will ridicule and criticize you, utilize your faith to march on when they do. While enemies endeavor to block the way, faith marches on and on and on. Put your hand to the plow and don't look back, no how, at anything that is negative. You might look back to see how far God has brought you, but don't look back with regret. Look forward with expectation. If you have faith in God, all those dreams will come true. Faith and doubt are at complete odds with each other. They are mortal enemies. What doubt would deny, faith will believe. What doubt will destroy, faith will build. What doubt will reject, faith will receive. What doubt will forego, faith will claim it. What doubt will ignore, faith will embrace it. What doubt will kill, faith will revive it. And what doubt would scatter, faith will gather it together and establish a memorial to the glory of God, subsequently making your dream a huge and prominent reality. Faith may have to climb high mountains, cross deep ravines, penetrate dark nights, face unknown difficulties, bear heavy burdens, suffer intense pain, and overcome adverse circumstances. But faith will march on until your dream is attained. Where doubt would stumble, faith will stand. Where doubt will let go, faith will hold on to your dream. Where doubt will flee, faith will follow. Where doubt will waver, faith will continue. When you get discouraged by doubt in your dream pursuit, faith will inspire. According to the Bible, it required faith for Abraham to offer his son as a sacrifice. It required faith for Noah to build an ark and enter the ark. It required faith for Jochebed to hide the infant Moses. It would require faith for Joshua to march around the walls of Jericho. It required faith for David to slay the giant of Gath. It required faith for you to be able to go on with or without your friends who are trying to tell you that you can't do it. The children of Israel dreamed of a leader that would take them to the promised land. These are a few witnesses that had dreams and utilized faith to overcome the dream stealers in our text. Mary and Martha dreamed that if Jesus would have been there so that Lazarus would not have died. But the Dreamkeeper came and restored and fulfilled their dream. Lazarus got up and came out of when he heard his name called. The Dreamkeeper can and will keep your dream. You need to quit talking to everybody and talk directly to God, the ultimate Dreamkeeper. He will keep your dream and then lay out a plan for you to follow. Now, if you don't follow it, then your dream will remain just that, a dream. I know a Dreamkeeper that will help you achieve your dreams. I know a Dreamkeeper that will allow you to run wild and free, just like in your dreams if you utilize the faith that he gave you. There are many people that have dreams today. Some of us dream that our children will come in off the streets. Some of us dream that we'll eventually obtain that large amount of funds that we need to make something happen. Some of us even dream that we will have success and fame and fortune, but God will not give you what you cannot handle, because he knows when you get that fame and fortune that you will lose your ever-loving mind and forget about from whence he has brought you from. That's why you can never reach it, because he knows that deep inside, while you broke, busted, and disgusted, you will say what you will do, but until your heart gets right, he's not going to give it to you. So stop making excuses and put legs on your dreams. Map out your plan and start one step at a time, taking out who needs to be taken out, put them away, and let God replace those who you put away with people who need to be there. And when you get that going, your dream will start to take shape, because all of you that as you lead them, all of you will be going in the same direction. Don't allow people to come in and destroy your dream by making you doubt your faith. So with that said and done, we wish you the best and all the best that we can offer you from out here on the West Coast. We wish you the best because we want you in this holiday season to look at those things that you have overcome. You may not have enough money to buy anybody anything, including yourself, but your dream is to one day have said money. Your dream is to one day have it. But if you don't work for it, you will never get it, because the Bible specifically say if a man, and that includes women too, in these days, because there are a lot of single women out there trying to get theirs too, if you don't work, you don't eat. Quit looking for hands out and reach up for a hand up, because somebody along the way, as you walk with your hand up, is going to reach down off that wall and give you a low five, grab you by your wrist, and snatch you up on top of the wall. So don't let anyone other than the Dreamkeeper know what you're doing, because if you let too many people know what you're doing, they will pray against you and plot against you to stop you from making your dream come true. Much love from out here on the West Coast. This is the Right Reverend Rhino signing off. We wish you the best. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye now.